And we're back. Hi. We're strolling the lovely streets of Bastok at night. Well, twilight anyway. It's getting to be dark out. There's the moon rising in a very choppy fashion. The early 2000s. I was saying 2013. What the hell am I on? Carnival. Here's a guy who I'm gonna sell my honey to, and I've got a couple of other odds and ends I'm gonna sell. Now, Batwings I'm gonna keep. Now, I did mention before that there are some quests. Those are mostly for making money, and I'll show you. I'm also gonna save my is it zinc? Yes, zinc. Earth and wind crystals. I can sell them, but to be honest, I'll probably make more money in the auction house, which I'll show you here. The auction house in this game. Oh, look, there's a Dragoon. Gorgeous Dragoon AF armor. Running around looking like Kane. So cool. Anyway, before I fanboy out, the auction house here. This is the primary location to get all your odds and ends if you're not gonna go out and hunt for them yourself. The problem with that is, well, let's just say I wanted a new sword, for instance. First of all, you get this giant convoluted list of every single piece of equipment that has ever passed through the walls, with windows, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, of this auction house. Everything that's ever been posted. Now, things you can use are highlighted in yellow. Things that are actually in the store have that little parentheses number that shows how many are in stock. It's quite a list to go through. So, first things first, we're going to sort. We're going to sort by level. It's going to help us. Wow, there's lots and lots of... And these are just one-handed swords, just so you know. And these are the ones that are currently available to me. So I want something a little stronger than my shitty dagger. Probably going to start with a bronze sword. It's probably pretty cheap. See, actually, 400 to 500 gil, not so bad. I think it's still more money than I have, but anyway. It's been my experience that auction house prices tend to be overinflated, depending on the economy. I hope that's not the case here. We'll find out. So far, so good, though. I only have 173 gil, though, so let's see what the actual weapons store wants for that same piece of equipment. Here's how we find out. Wow! Okay. Well... Alright, so here's the thing, too. You're not going to find the same pieces of equipment on the NPCs in every major city. So the fact that you can get it for 500 gil on the auction house is pretty convenient. But since I'm here where the swords are readily available at 289 gil, I think I'm going to hold out. To be honest with you, I'm half considering selling these crystals since I'm going to get so many. I really want a new sword. There's a lot of new things I want. I should find out where to turn in that Adventurer's coupon, but I'm sure that, if I remember correctly, that only gives you like 100 gil anyway. Shitty. These I'm holding on to because you get a shit ton for turning those in. I'll show you that later. I think I need 4 zinc ore to start turning those in. I'm gonna look that up later. I got to level 5 while I was running around outside, which coincidentally is what I'm running back out to do, so I can get a few more goodies to sell and sip some more coffee. Delicious. Oh, there's a person. That person is casting stone on stuff. appears to be a potential black mage, or maybe also a red mage. Who knows? I'm just gonna kill worms. They're gonna be my primary source of said zinc ore, and not only does it get me money early on, it's also going to be useful in building fame, which is a... Okay, technically it's a stat you can't really see, but there are ways you can find out what your standing is in certain forms. I'll get into all that later, but it's required for doing a lot of stuff I want to do with other classes such as Summoner. Ah, so many things I want to get into. I can't wait. You guys are in for a treat. Stabby stab on the bee. Hopefully it drops honey. Huh. I'm gonna have to do a little investigating to see if one of my favorite classes is in full working order. I very much like playing Blue Mage. Haha. Blue Mages use the skills of enemies. Do things like 1,000 needles. They're also very potent solo warriors, if you will. I was always a fan of the soundtrack of this game. Though don't be surprised if at some point it starts to drive me crazy and I turn it off. Though we're here to listen to the dulcet tones of my deep, gravelly voice. Is it gravelly enough for you now? Hey, baby. All blues all the time. Mom always said I had a face for radio. Hexy thinks so too. Don't you, sweetheart? You're not supposed to agree to that part. You know, having a face for radio means you're ugly. No. Oh, that's what they all say. Ow. I'm being pinched while resting. I got another Batwing. Batwings are used to turn in for a quest in another town for, I don't know if it's the same kind of fame. Again, I'm gonna get into all that fame business later, but it's just another way I know of getting monies. Delicious, delicious monies. Certainly not a bad way for new players to start, such as myself. Not that I'm a new player, but I am to this server. Dun 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 dun. Well, Beastmen seals, those are used for something completely different. I can't sell those anyway, but I do plan on saving them. You'll see for what later. And yes, I said what. Get your ass back here. So rude. Dia has great uses later on. There are enemies that are quite tough to get through, like certain crab-like things and turtle-like things that are thick-skinned and or shelled. Dia makes it easier to get through that. However, it does cancel out the effects of a spell called Bio, which lowers an enemy's attack. So it's kind of a toss-up. Defense or attack? Sudden death. KO. Some old school Street Fighter for you folks. Oh my god, that's so goddamn frustrating. Get your ass over here. Put your glasses on and face the discourse. Oh, look at that guy. That's a Quadav. They're one of the turtle-esque individuals I was speaking about before. They are one of the Beastmen tribes. More on them later, too. There's plenty of lore that goes along with these guys. It would thrash me soundly were I to attempt to fight it right now, so I'm not going to do that. Not that I don't think I lose experience until, like, I don't know, level 10 or 30 or whatever. Certainly not yet. So I'm in good hands with Allstate. This in no way is being endorsed by Allstate. Or anybody for that matter. As I cleverly disguise clearing my throat. You know, with the amount of crystals I'm getting, I think I'm just going to continue to sell those off until I have enough money for my new toy. Oh, he does want sword. Oh, I think I might have enough actually. But this is good experience. You see, I have to stay roughly in this area until about level 10 anyway, and then I can start branching out a little further. At about, well, okay, at level 10, technically, I can start joining up with people and forming camps and hunting mobs and pulling them into your camp and partying up and beating the hell out of one thing with the same 6 people for like 3 goddamn hours at a time, but that's for later. That's for later. Oh, it's gonna be fun. My favorite map ever, the Dunes. I hate that place.
I hate that place.
In vanilla, I spent 90% of my time face down in the sand the first time I've ever picked up this game. It's got a sore spot in my heart. It really does. A lot of people love it. The trouble is, it's a necessity. No matter what job you level, you have to go back to the dunes. But look, I have a sword now. See? Isn't that pretty? Here's a floating book. That's a chat manual. That's not the book I want. And so, I shall sigh dejectedly at it. Dejectedly. Because I can read. I know words. I'm like the president. I got lots of good words. So, back to leveling up some more. I promise you that I will save you the pain of at least some of this process. I'll be doing some leveling off camera in between sessions so that you don't turn into skeletons watching my playthrough. Maybe in one more episode he'll hit level 30. Maybe in one more episode. And they never heard from Billy again. Did I just assume your gender? That was rude of me. Oh, buddy. I think that guy has managed to effectively eviscerate every critter in this area. And I also just realized that my timer has not been running at all this entire time. So I have no idea how long this episode's gonna be. Buckle up, folks. When I'm done, you're done. Or when you hit the stop button. Or close your browser. Or just get up to get a sandwich, perhaps. Use the toilet. Have a smoke. Have a drink. Do anything else than what I initially said. Yeah. Hey, my sword's cool, huh? Stabby stab. Look at it go. I gotta say, they're still giving me fairly decent experience. And they're also pretty easy to kill. If I can just find them more readily available. Clean house. It's also important that I level up my sword skill. Can't tell you how many times Fast Blade has saved my ass in a pinch. I mean, who can't say that, right? I mean... significantly more damage than my dagger, too. Oh, yes. If I did not mention this before, increasing your weapon skill levels, as seen here, also increases the damage and accuracy of said weapon type. Yes. So it's not based on individual weapon, but class of weapon. But I'm sure you figured that out already. So, moot point. Moot points all around. Delicious moot. At some point, I'm going to be able to afford a scroll of cure, so I won't have to spend so much time sitting on my damn knees. Monica Lewinsky over here. I can heal myself instead. Make things a little easier. I'm really disappointed that I have not found that book I was looking for. It featured all kinds of goodies, like little buffs, like field buffs that you could use that would slowly recover your HP and MP over time, and all kinds of goodies. Also, bonus experience. Not now. Again, I'm not sure that it's missing. It could just have moved. I don't know. This could be a truly vanilla experience, like set before the release of the Fields of Valor, as it's known. I'm not really sure. Hey, copper ore though, huh? I can use that to make a thing. But I need fire crystals to do it. And I'm sure I need more copper too. More on that later. Blacksmithing stuff. And let me show you. Crafting skills. Yes, those are all the crafts available. Fishing, woodworking, smithing, goldsmithing, cloth crafting, leatherworking, bone crafting, alchemy, cooking, and synergy. I don't know if synergy works here or not. It's kind of an extra convoluted process that may or may not even exist. Again, I don't know how long this episode has been. I feel as though it's been 15 minutes or longer, so I'm gonna stop it now and save you guys from wanting to get your eyes out. Have a good evening, and join me next time, won't you? For the joy of painting with Bob. The Half-Baked Creators League presents Final Fantasy XI. And as always, bye-bye.